What was the thing that marked the end of the Cold War? The fall of communism. So the fall of communism was their signal to begin the process of the New World Order, and America and the papacy would be together in bringing down communism temporarily, the hardline issues of communism. And at the same time, this was connected to the issue of Revelation chapter 17. So Daniel 11:40 kicked in. And now the New World Order that was described in Revelation 17 is now kicked in as well. And remember, Revelation 13, which talks about America joining with the beast, it says, remember what it says? And I saw his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. We are watching the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. That's what I wanted to show you there. Now let's go one more step. Right quick. Now, with that in mind, we were told that we were to do what we can to get our message out. But today, we have come to the point where we want to howl down our message. We really don't want to really talk about prophecy and the mark of the beast and the Antichrist, because that's politically incorrect in a world where all ecumenical religions, all evangelical religions, ecumenically are coming together and putting aside those points of controversy that are biblical doctrines. We're putting those aside so we can have all things in common. And we also have shaken hands with Rome as well as the other Protestant churches. And we showed you that earlier in this week as well. But now, we have come to a major point, a major turning point is taking place, because God is about to take the reins of the work into his own hands. We call ourselves putting out a book called The Great Hope, while we etched out or took out or deliberately took out the major part of the third angel's message that deals with the papacy as the Antichrist of Bible prophecy, and pointing to the papacy as the power that was the persecuting power over the centuries. And so God decided to do something different. He took a rock to do something. I wonder what rock it was that God used. Tell me who this is.
Great Controversy by E.G. White. It is about the battle between good and evil. We are seeing that play out more and more in the world around us every day. Recently, I met with Dwight Hall, the CEO of Remnant Publications. He's made this book available for a price you won't believe, but I'll tell you more about that in just a moment.
This book, next to the Bible, to me, is probably the greatest book I've ever read. You know why? Because it tells about the past and the present and the future. It starts out with the destruction of Jerusalem. Why did the Jews have to be destroyed by a heathen nation? And then it goes into the reformers' lives. Why did people like Martin Luther have to run and hide? And other reformers were burned at the stake. Why was that? It's all because when we turn away from God, from his true principles of the Bible, we all get ourselves in trouble. And I believe this nation today is in great trouble. We need to get back to biblical principles that are practical in our everyday lives. This great controversy will change people's lives. Even the great Paul Harvey, when he was alive, told me personally this is one of the greatest books that he had ever read. It's an amazing book.
And you know, Glenn was just telling me this is the one that people sent to him more than anything.
I get books sent to me all the time. People send me books. That book is sent to me more than any other book. I bet I have received in the last 5 years 500 copies of that book, easy.
You can get your copy now with free shipping, $2.99. Go to remnantpublications.com, remnantpublications.com, promo code THEBLAZE for free shipping. Get your copy now, just $2.99. This is the Great Controversy.
What is going on here? We won't push the book. We won't sell the book. In fact, we have also killed the colporteur work in our churches. So now God says, okay, I'm going to get the rocks to cry out. I'm going to get a staunch Catholic to promote a book that's against his very religion. He's Mormon as well, but he's also very much in favor of the Catholic religion. But now I want to ask you a question. Why is this happening? Is it just coincidence? Let me say something. I've been an Adventist for 34 years. I have never seen the Great Controversy advertised on a syndicated program like this. This tells me that the Spirit of God is about to do a work that God's people are failing to do. He's about to take the reins of the work and do what he has to do with those who will cooperate, and with those who will not, he will pass us by and finish the work. And this is what it tells me. Not only that, it tells me that the latter rain is about to come, Because when the publishing work starts to advance, when this book especially goes out to the public, Ellen White said it will be spread like the leaves of autumn, but through the other angel is described the work of our publishing work and the spreading of our true field literature. Not Bible stories, but the great controversy, Desire of Ages, and the Conflict of Ages books, and the Patriarchs and Prophets. And so I can see, again, that while the New World Order is going forward, God is about to take his work forward at the same time. And our history is being repeated so that we can understand. Remember, Ecclesiastes 1:9, you don't believe about history being repeated? Look at Ecclesiastes 1:9 with me right quick. Come on. Ecclesiastes 1:9. Listen, I don't know, it may not come this way again, but I'm going to make sure you can have a foundation. Ecclesiastes 1:9, the Bible says here, look carefully, it says here, the thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. The thing that has been is that which what? Shall be. Has been is past. Shall be is future. So how will I know what's coming in the future? By tracing the history of the past. So wait a minute. If I trace the early Advent history, that means our history will be repeated. If I saw the papacy in 1798 and then I see the papacy again in 1989, what does that tell me as a Seventh-day Adventist? In spite of everything else that's going on in this world, in spite of wars and crimes and murders and thefts and all type of things, God says, now I want you to look. Everything is happening, but watch now. When you begin to see the signs that point to your early history, watch and pray. Are you watching? Are you praying? Oh, it's not happening, all right? Who else can explain why Islam is on the scene right now? Huh? Tell me, who else can explain it? There's only one people that can explain that prophecy. And that prophecy is dealing with the fifth trumpet, first woe, sixth trumpet, seventh woe, fifth trumpet, first woe, sixth trumpet, second woe, and the seventh trumpet going into the third woe. Only one group of people can explain that. And it's Seventh-day Adventists. But we're not studying. And then we got theologians that have told us that the prophecies are dead history of the past. Ellen White says, let your pioneers speak. The history that was in the past will be repeated. You don't believe that? Then think about this one. You still don't believe the history is going to be repeated? Let me give you this one. The parable of the 10 virgins. It had its first fulfillment in the midnight cry. The parable of the 10 virgins will be repeated to the letter. The second fulfillment of the parable of the 10 virgins is under the third angel's message. And under the third angel's message, 1989 is under the third angel's message, ladies and gentlemen. Our history is coming back at us. And this time is now feeling. You either do it by faith or you fool around and the Spirit of God will withdraw from you and you'll be left to yourself. That's what's getting ready to come. It's no feeling. This is all by faith. By faith, Noah, being warned of things to come, built an ark to the saving of his house. Are you going to build an ark to the saving of your house? Destruction is imminent. Your cities are being sieged. Military troops are being brought in. Concentration camps are not figment of our imagination or a conspiracy theory. They are here and they are being prepared to deal with the new order that's coming in. And when anybody who opposes that order, you will be picked up in the middle of the night and taken away and nobody will never know where you were at. You can sit there and look at me like it's not going to happen. It may not happen right away, but it's coming. Understand this.